My friend Lily saw this spread and asked, how do you do that? So I thought I would show a video of how I do this. And she asked a couple questions. So first thing is, this is just a lined notebook. So it's the exact same one as this. I won't show you the front because it has my husband's logo on it, but it's just basically an A5 sized lined notebook. You can buy these anywhere. The first thing that I do when I'm setting this up is I actually go ahead of time and I draw lines on the pages to kind of separate where things are going to go. I got this little ruler at the dollar store and I liked the size of it, so I basically used it to make my columns the width that I wanted them. So this is basically all I did, was I just put this on here and drew the lines. But first I just traced the top line. I used my ruler and I traced the very top line where the line started. And then down here, I kind of played with it to figure out how big I wanted the bottom box to be, because this is basically my starter, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, if you look previously, it used to be smaller. So this one's real big. This is my old one. It was a lot smaller. Sometimes the washi encroaches on it, but that's okay. But I realized I didn't have enough room to write in the weekend, so I made it fatter. Again, as you're setting up your planner, you'll get to know like what works for you. So I made a larger weekend, so now I have more space to write. So normally what I do is I make the lines, and those are my guides, and I cover everything with washi so you can still see the lines, because some of the washi is not 100% opaque. But that's it. I start out with a skeleton, so we're going to do one together. So I did this one. I started, so this one will be the start of October. So normally what I do is I get all my things together first. So I kind of pick out my washis, pick out my stickers. So I decided to do these really cute soot sprites. They're from Fox and Cactus. You can find them on Instagram at Fox and Cactus. They have a little bit of holographic stars. They're kind of cute. They have star candy. If you know, these are from a bunch of different Miyazaki films. And I chose to do black and gold, and then possibly also some of these colors because they match the candy stars in there. So I just picked stuff that I think will go cute together. And that's it. And then I don't know if I'll use all of these, but we'll see. I kind of just go and just do whatever. And then I picked out some stickers I'd like to use, and then I've got my planner book here. This one has a bunch of other stickers that I use on a regular basis, and I was thinking of using this as the headers because it kind of also has some of the fun colors and stars in it. And these are from Shine Sticker Studio. I love their stuff. It's always so bright and colorful. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to set up. So normally what I do is I pick skinny washis. A lot of times to do the vertical lines because you don't want them to be too thick, because that's where you write your stuff for your weeks. And I will pick like the fat washi, right? This big one usually will go here or both. But since I have two, I'm going to do the smaller one up here so it doesn't take up too much space in the row. And then I can put my weekdays here. Okay, and normally what I'll do is I do my verticals first, so that way when I put these ones it covers the ends, because sometimes you don't get a nice clean cut, and I try to make them as straight as possible. I also have my favorite micron. I use an 05. This is what I write with for pretty much everything, and I've got my little tiny scissors. I like these because they fold and they travel, but also they're real nice to get a nice clean small cut for cutting tiny stickers and washi, etc. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I wanna do colorful over black. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll layer my washi. I actually learned this trick from Laura at Doodle Stitch. I saw her do it and I was like, oh my God, why am I not doing that? So sometimes I'll do this, where I'll take, you know, a single and I'll put a smaller one over it, or you take the smaller one and you put an even smaller one over it. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna coordinate my colors, and I'm just gonna basically rotate. So I think I'm gonna do them in that order perhaps. And I'll just do pink, orange, yellow, pink, orange. And then sometimes I'll go all the way down. So let's do it. Let's just get started. So the hard part is finding the end of your washi. There we go. And then basically, I just place it, right? And I try to line it up, and I can see my line through it. Like I said, a lot of these are transparent. And then I actually slide my thumb all the way up. So I'll stick the top, stick the bottom, and then slide so it stays straight. And then the trick is, you pull your washi down and you just cut. And like I said, sometimes it overlaps the line, which is usually why I cover that with washi. You could peel it up and cut it more flat, but I don't feel like doing that right now. That's a little too much work for me. So Now we'll do the orange one. Basically, stick it with your thumb and then slide up. And then just cut it at the end. And that's why I said you get a pretty close cut with these teeny tiny scissors. So it's nice. I like them. I think I got them at Target's because they're a travel scissor. They're little Fiskars, tiny travel scissors. But you can probably get them at Michael's, Joann's, anywhere crafty stuff is sold. You can probably find them on Amazon. But what's cool is you can actually travel with them, so you could take them on the plane if you were going to a convention because they're small enough. The blade is small enough. And I'll do this because there's not a line in the middle, so I'll differentiate between there. It also gives me an excuse to use an extra piece of tape because I get more color. I get more out of my stuff. Yeah. And basically picking stuff that goes together, picking designs. I just kind of go with whatever excites me that week. You know what I mean? There's so many, I have so many different washies and so many stickers. And somebody else had asked me, like, do you use, somebody had messaged me and said, do you use only functional stickers? And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I have my functioning stickers. So I've got these ones from Jalen Paper Co. I've got these from Happy Cutie Studio. I've got Shine Sticker Studio. These are all functional because they serve a purpose. But then I'll also just use, like I'm going to put some of these in there, Halloween stuff, and I'll use this like, oh, doctor's appointment, put the witch face down and just write doctor's appointment because it's like, oh, what's that thing there? Like I just look at the sticker and I know that there's something. And it gives me an excuse to use more stickers because guess what? Who doesn't want more stickers? I know I do. I always want more and more and more and more. So we'll finish off. Oops, we'll finish off with the pink here. And then on the ends, same thing, like on the edges, I'll do fancier tape sometimes. I just change it up, depends. Sometimes I'll do these ones all the way to the edges and I'll frame it that way. But I like everything to be framed, so if you look, see like here I did kind of a fun tape. This one's not flat, it's got like a cutout edge, like a die cut edge. This one I did hollow tape on the ends. So it just kind of depends. I've got all kinds of different things. So here, I think we're gonna do, we'll do gold, because then I'm gonna do the black and gold in the middles, okay? So we'll do gold here real quick on the ends. And now the gold, I will actually go all the way down. Now this is hard to do because I can't see sometimes where the edge of the paper is, because sometimes it's the edge of the other page. And then I'll just, yeah, see it's not quite straight, so I'll just pick it up and readjust it. That's the beauty of paper tape. It can be picked up and reapplied. And then I'll cut it, I'll give it a rough cut. And then I pick up the corner of the page and I'll cut it round so it actually like matches like it's supposed to. And then you get the tiny piece of tape stuck to your finger and you're like, get off me. Okay, so there's that, nice and shiny. I do love some foil tape. I actually have bought quite a bit because it goes with everything. Metallics are a neutral, by the way. They go with everything. Plus, using a thin washi on the edges doesn't take up part of your Friday if you set it up the way that I set it up. I have some weeks where I didn't do that, and then my Friday column was like, boop, like really small because I had used like a larger tape on the edge that had designs on it, which is fine sometimes, but then if I like need to write on Friday, there's not a whole lot of space sometimes. All right, so there's that. And then for the middle, I'm actually going to do some different tape here, and then I'll put my horizontals. So in the middle there, what do I want to do? Let's do stripey. Sure, why not? Again, just be creative. Who cares? It doesn't have to be like everything matches exactly. Sometimes I just want it to be fun, right? And to me, this little stripey stuff's pretty like Halloween-like. So, and then I'll just go to the edge and like snip, and then I'll do the same on this side. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm in my studio right now, and it is like 1,000 degrees in here. My room is my studio room and my son's bedroom are both like the two hottest rooms in the house because the sun faces this way and there's no shade. And so they aren't really well insulated from the heat. which is kind of a bummer when it's so warm outside. And I can't really turn on the AC because like downstairs it's nice and cool. So if they turn on the AC, then it's like freezing and then it's a waste of air conditioner. Whatever. All right. So then I will do my big washi in the middle because it'll cover the edges. Okay. I'll do my tiny washi up top, and I'll actually probably do the hearts at the bottom. Sometimes I'll do it this way, so it's like, you know, sandwiched in between, but I kind of like the big one in the middle, I think. Maybe, actually. I don't know. Like I said, just do it. Let's just do the top one because I know that for sure that's one going to go on top. I don't know how often you guys play with washi tape, but I love it, and you can get it in every kind of aesthetic, right? So I've got some that's floral, and I've got cute kawaii characters, and I've got galaxy, and I've got geometric. So anything that you like design-wise, you can find on a washi tape. I guarantee it. And then on top of that, you can also find coordinating stickers, right? They don't have to match, but you can find stuff that just goes together. So it's planning, man. Creative planning is awesome. You can pretty much make yourself feel like yourself, reflect your aesthetic in your planner. Oops, that didn't really cut, did it? Yeah, so it's a cool way to kind of like express yourself and have fun and like plan your week, right? So, and somebody else asked me like, how do you keep up with it? I schedule time. So like right now you can see this is this week, and I've got some of the stuff on here, but I haven't scheduled other things yet. And sometimes I'll go back and write stuff in that I did that day so I can check it off. Like absolutely like, oh, I did that, check. So I can feel successful that like, oh, I did that thing. Or like, hey, I know now Wednesday, because today my son had a doctor's appointment. Now Wednesday I had to move a bunch of stuff from today to Wednesday. So I'll write it on here. I haven't had a chance to do it yet because normally I do my planner at night. So just make sure you know, schedule yourself some time every day. Set aside 10 minutes. You know, this takes a minute. So set yourself maybe 30 minutes on Sunday night. That's what I do. I figure out Sunday night what I'm going to do, and I'll usually do 2 weeks at a time. So that's why I have like this week done and then this week. Now I'm going to do this week and I'll do one more. So I'll usually set up 2 weeks with washi and stickers, like all of my like, you know, my headers or whatever I'm going to do. I set that up first. And then every day I usually take, I don't know, 10 minutes at night, and I'll just do, fill in whatever, you know, fill in whatever's left, whatever's necessary for the week. And that way you're doing it in little chunks. And like I said, you can adjust as needed. You can add things that may have come up. I can go back and add things. You know, don't feel like you have to have your whole planner filled out entirely for the whole week and it has to be perfect, because it doesn't. Planning should be fluid because your life is fluid, right? Our life is not set in stone. That's also why we have cover-up stickers and we have whiteout and we have correction tape, right? There will be something that I put on here. So if you look like, oh, I put something here that I wasn't going to do. Boom, put a cover-up sticker over it. Guess what? It's gone. And I don't have to worry about like, oh, I just wrote that thing in there and it was a big mistake. Nah, just cover it up. It's fine. All right, let's do this cute little black hearts one on the bottom. But yeah, right? Life is in pencil. That's why we have erasers, right? Don't freak out about, my planner is not perfect. Just do it, right? Just get creative, have fun with it. But this is it, really. I just go and I make lines and I kind of, you know, section everything off so that way I have my days separated and it makes it easier to kind of see where I'm at. And that's it, really. There's nothing to it. Just have fun with the washi, right? And then so, like I said, I've actually got headers for this week. Headers are the little week boxes, okay, like this. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So in each one I have different things. These are actually Post-it notes. These are actually like page markers. So all I did was do the page marker. I wrote on it with a Sharpie, and then I went back and taped them down because it's a page marker. It's not sticky all the way across. Get creative. You don't even have to do this. Just hand write it, right? Look, these ones don't have headers. I just had numbers and I wrote them by hand, right? So you don't have to have all these things to make a cool planner. You could even just do this with highlighters. Color in or take markers. I will warn you, do not use Sharpies, okay? So if you go back, Here I used Sharpie. This is my old way I used to plan, and it soaks through, so I had to skip pages. How much paper did I waste having to skip pages because it soaked through? Now I use the Micron pens. They do not soak through, so if you can see, well, I didn't write on there with Micron, but here, for example, my numbers. Well, you can't see because there's washi. But anyway, I use a lot of gel pens now, but these, like here, for example, and here, they don't soak through. It doesn't ruin your pages. So get Micron. These are great. They come in lots of colors, and they come in different sizes. So I use the 0.5 because I like to write small, but they come in a bigger size and a smaller size. So, you know, play around. Again, figure out what you like. If you have a friend who does planning, ask to try them out. Like, hey, can I try your pens? Sure, I'll let you try my pens. That way you can kind of figure out like what product you like before you buy, because a lot of this stuff isn't super cheap, right? Like you can buy a single Micron pen for not a whole lot of money, but a whole set is like expensive. All right, so this is actually the first time I'm using this washi, so I have to cut off the end because it's got tape on it. I'm making a little washi mess over here. And so this one has just little moons on it, and I should have done this before I put that because there it doesn't quite line up, but that's okay. Oh, not in the middle. Oh, this is harder than it looks. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Close enough. All right, and then we're gonna try to cut it sort of flat. There we go. Yeah, it's sweet. And it's got little holographic moons on it. I figured that was kind of Halloween, right? Since this will be the start of October. This month here will be the end of September and then the beginning of October on this weekly spread part. So we'll give it a little Halloween flair. I realized that I didn't have any Halloween washi tape or stickers. So I got a bunch, if you see, like I got a bunch of these. These are from the dollar bin at Target, and they've got a bunch of cute stickers. So I can use these, and they had smaller ones too. These are like itty bitties. So they had books of stickers, and guess what? They're $1. So you can find stuff cheap. And I was like, cool, I can get a little Halloween stuff going. And I've got some orange and black tape I can try and use. I think I've got some green too, purples. But I didn't have anything specifically Halloween themed. And I don't have money to order any right now. So you know what? We're just going to get creative and make Halloween happen with what I've got. And luckily, like I said, I was able to find some stickers for pretty cheap. Because I use stickers for everything. I don't know about you guys, but I love me some stickers. And I really do use them for everything. And my son loves stickers now too, so I'm like, oh look buddy, I got you a sheet of stickers. Like whenever I buy the booklets, he gets a sheet usually out of it, like a whole sheet. And then what's funny is he'll use the whole sheet on a whole sheet of paper, and he'll just line the stickers up. He goes do 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 do, lines them all up in a row. Okay, that's it. Now it's set up. Now all I have to do is put my headers on. What I'll do is I'll usually put the month here. So this will be September, and then the next, wherever October is, I'll put October above it. And then here on this side, I always do so I have my trackers, right? So I'm going to put the little trackers in here. So one of these, like this one, will be hydrate. I actually had these cute little hydrate stickers with the koalas on them from Happy Cuties Studio, but I'm out of them now, which means I'm going to have to order some more. So we'll use this one as my hydrate. Then I have my, let's see. Oh yeah, I have post to Instagram every day. So I try to post to Instagram every day. If I can get this sticker out. Let go. No, don't rip. Oops, there we go. All right. It wasn't quite cut all the way on one edge. Boop. All right, and then if I can find it in here in my book. Oh my gosh, where is it? Here it is. And then I've got no spend, and let's do orange. Right? Because I'm trying not to spend money, so I just keep track of it, and it helps me remember, don't do it. All right. And then I'll put something here. I haven't figured out what I'm going to put there for September yet. And then I will do Monday. So actually, let's check here. So what is the date? Okay, so the last date here for September is the 29th. And I believe September has 31 days. But let me check my calendar because I don't want to get it wrong and then do it and then show you guys and be like, hey, guess what? It had 30 days and then I messed up my whole calendar. So let's check really quick. We're going to check on the good old Popples calendar. Oh, see, September only has 30 days. So I would have messed that up. So we're going to put 30 as Monday. So there will be only one day as September. So we'll put Monday here. And I always just line it up. It's not usually the size. That's almost the size. See, most of my stickers are made for a specific size journal, and I don't have that. I'm going to wait to do Tuesday so I can put a sticker up there for October. And then I'll just do Wednesday. This is exciting. I love these I love putting all these things together. And see how this column is a little smaller? That's okay, because I did this line here. Whatever, some overlap. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's creative. Creative planning. How to make it cute and functional at the same time. Now, you gotta be careful with some of these stickers because they don't pick up and peel as easy as the washi tape, right? So don't be a little careful with some of these. These ones actually peel up okay, but there's been some I put down and was like, well, that's where it's going because I can't pick it up. These are cute. I love these. Okay, and Saturday. Boop. And Sunday. Oh, you know what? Ooh, look, and the yellows almost exactly match. I'm going to use this little sticker here to indicate October because there just happened to be like a blank one. So I'm going to put it in. Oops, really crooked. Apparently. Get in there. Okay, like that. And then I'll put Tuesday below it, and then I'll write in it October so that way it shows, hey, this was the beginning of October. All right. So there it is. There's a week set up. I'll put a sticker here. I'll write September, and I'll write 30th. I'll write October, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. That's basically the setup. After that, I'll go in and I'll start filling in my stuff, and I'll add stickers and put in, like, if I have any appointments that week or things I know I need to do. Like Saturdays we go to the library, so I'll add that here. I'll say library, and I'll add my steps and my sleep because I add that every week. So I have sleep, steps, all recorded on my little band. I'll put that stuff in there as well. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Just get creative, have fun, try it, see if it works for you. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to send me a message. I will help you as best as I can if you have questions about how to do this. And I might actually start trying to teach some workshops. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me up. Let me know if you'd like to do a workshop sometime where I actually walk you through more than just this part. Or you want me to do this again, go for it. Okay, that's all I have for today. And see, got my little Halloween clippy ready to go. So boom, done. I will talk to you guys next time. Okay,